Humboldt County, 6 hours north of San Francisco and 8 hours south of Portland, is actually one of the more rural areas in the U.S. For many reasons, and despite its isolation, the towns of Eureka and Arcata host one of the most surprisingly vibrant local rock and roll music scenes in the country. And yet very few people know about it. Not for long.
A $5 bill.
And I didn't speak for 16 weeks when I left my darling.
Too cool for school, you better than anyone else around.
Because of its isolation, Humboldt County kind of has to create its own scene and its own world and reality. The people who are really into the music scene, they have to do the work to make the shows happen. You have to do it yourself.
The strange thing about a small town is that because there's not too much going on, everyone bonds together and supports everyone else.
It seems like everybody's real supportive of all the bands here, just because it's sometimes a struggling scene and people work at making it work.
It's important that people keep creating music to kind of just to keep the whole scene going here, you know. I mean, it's, you know, you got to nurture it. We've had our spells like that around here where it seemed like there was no bands and no place to play and no one was doing anything, and I think in the past couple years there's been a real uprising of bands that are doing some great stuff, motivated and creative, and right now seems like a good time to be in a band around here.
A lovely parade, seen from outer space, but it's for rock stars, Charlie Brown. Casey Kason's got a mouthful of persuasion, doing 7 on an episode.
There's something strange and magical about this whole place. It's like we're in the middle of some weird forest where things are just different. It's like a David Lynch movie or something.
After the 60s, a lot of hippies moved up here. There's a lot of pot growers around here. There's a university that attracts maybe a little bit higher level of intelligence than a lot of small towns, and it just makes for kind of a weird mix.
There's the metal scene, and there's the old school kind of punk rock scene, kinda, and then there's the more experimental stuff, which we definitely fit into.
There's always been a really wild music scene for some reason up here in the middle of nowhere, in this little cut off little chunk of California.
It's got a wide spectrum of sound, and you know, there's a lot going on for such a small place, in my opinion.
99.9 FM Humboldt Free Radio. This is Francois. For all you out there with ailing souls, I think what you're looking for is a great salvation.
Music has the amazing ability to evoke emotions very quickly. In a book, you can read a chapter, it might take 30 minutes, you might cry. See a movie, it might take a couple scenes to cry. Hear the right chord. It can just draw that out of you, and I think that's incredibly powerful what music can evoke.
Lonely child of Eureka smiles on a lonely day.
People in urban environments have a derogatory opinion of small towns, but I think in Eureka there's a lot of amazing, interesting things, and there's a lot of genius behind what people are doing.
I'm totally content with the scene here compared to any big city scene.
Yeah. We're up here, and I think a lot of people do feel like nobody realizes that we're here. You know, we've been doing this for years and years, and it's still considered remote to a lot of people.
Up here, we have bands that I think blow doors off of the bands in the city.
In larger metropolitan areas, bands kind of sound the same. And I think if you took a cross-section of what's going on at any point in time in Humboldt, it really travels the gamut.
I am in love with you. I'll do anything for you. Buy you flowers, rub your feet, give you some wine, tuck you in at bedtime. I'm the guy for you. Trust me. You throw me into a little loopy-doody-doo. You can't go to any other town and find this many people into music.
You guys start with the beatbox. I feel nice tonight. I can shit hot, just feel so good. Pretending someone you like. Nothing's worth doing, let's impose a girl. Tomorrow's gonna burn.
It's a great scene, and they all know each other, and their friends all come to the shows, and it's like this positive reinforcement feedback loop.
There's a weird cast of people going out to shows, and the thing I love is that it's a mixture of rock kids, little punk rock kids of all ages, parents, metalheads, heshers. At any show, half the people in the audience are musicians. People get really creative with what they're doing. They dress up. People are hula hooping, and balloons are being thrown. There's just total craziness.
Tomorrow's gonna hurt. Tomorrow's gonna hurt.
The people that are popular in a small town music scene kind of become a big fish in a little pond, and they become really content with their surroundings and their fans, and they don't really ever think about branching out from that.
You need to put yourself into the context of the larger music community rather than staying within one small town. If we can get some of these bands to go outside of Humboldt, I think they could get a lot of recognition and a lot of praise. I think they would be really accepted.
It's the idea of how do you export what you've got to a crowd outside of here. It doesn't happen very often.
I guess our ideal thing would be to be like picked up on some crappy little independent label of some sort and be able to put out some records.
If you don't aspire for too much, you don't
get disappointed.
That's right, you don't get disappointed.
We're not quitting our day jobs anytime soon, that's for sure. I mean, we might quit our day jobs, but it's not because we think we're gonna do anything with our music.
Yeah, it'd be cool to like get on this little small label or have somebody help us with money so we could go and like experience other places and stuff like that. But that's one thing I've always really liked is that everybody here, it just seems like, you know, nobody knows that we're here and we're just doing it because this is what we like to do. I like that.
That's what's inspiring to me. It's just that a community of people that are so different can come together and create something so brilliant and awesome. And the music and art up there is brilliant and awesome, and I think people from urban areas need to recognize that.
Thank you.